So Nisha, what is it about today's article that made you want to turn it into a video?
The name Pumapard.
Pumapard. Pumapard. I'm paid to say these words. Before we continue, can we all just take a moment to appreciate that we all live in a world where the word Pumapard is a real thing? And if you're all curious what a Pumapard is or how you get one, first you need to get yourself a puma and a leopard.
So I'm guessing this is a crossbreed of a leopard and a puma.
Yes, and there's a number of animals like this, perhaps the most famous being the Liger, which is a combination of a lion and a tiger when you breed them. And in regards to the Pumapard, is a cross between a puma and a leopard, and you can get a Pumapard by pairing a male puma with a female leopard and vice versa. So long as they get their fuck on, you will get a Pumapard. And before we continue, Nisha, how fucking adorable is just the name, the Pumapard?
It is so cute.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And we get to why they're so cute in a moment, because there's an adorable extra additional factoid about the Pumapard. But before we move on, like, Nisha, what two animals would you like to see combined? So I believe I've had this conversation before with Brad, which resulted in, like, while you think the creation of a t-shirt that's over here, the Turbo Gorilla, which is a cheetah and a gorilla, the Turbo Gorilla, the most deadly creature in all of Africa. So, Nisha, what two creatures would you like to see combined that we can hopefully get some sick, awesome artist out there to do a drawing of?
Oh, God.
Just think, how would you create a creature for optimal cuteness? Because I believe we created the Turbo Gorilla. So how do you create the deadliest animal? So combine the strength of a gorilla with the ferocity of a gorilla, with the power and nobleness of a gorilla, and then make it like as fast as a cheetah. Because can you imagine if gorillas could run at 60 miles an hour? That's game over that. That scene in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, where just the gorilla does the Harambe Revenger to the helicopter. That'd be all it would be. That'd be all of humanity forever until the gorillas win. But have you thought of two animals you'd like to combine for maximum cuteness?
I think I definitely have to put in like a baby hedgehog in there. Like
Okay.
A hedgehog. I'm just trying to think what I could pair it with which would make it adorable.
Because then as well you get to use the suffix hog on whatever the final creature ends up being. You know what, Nisha, I'll leave that with you for a few moments while we discuss the origins of the Pumapard. So unlike most every other animal on Earth which evolved into being, the Pumapard was very much man-made, and it reportedly came into being in around the 1800s when some people at a zoo accidentally left a puma and a leopard in a cage, and the creatures just had some sex. And it's not clear which of the creatures was female and which of the creatures was male, but we do know that a few months later, a Pumapard was born. And rich people around the UK, who at the time would collect exotic animals as status symbols and things of that nature, were like, we need to get us some goddamn Pumapards. Like, fuck these peacocks we've got, I want a Pumapard. Because isn't that a weird thing? Like, when you go to a big, rich country estate, there's always just a peacock swanning around like an asshole.
Yeah, it's just like owns the place.
Yeah, and just, there's always been something about the noise a peacock makes that pisses me off. Because it just sounds like the bird equivalent of I am better than you. I don't like it. When you look at a peacock, it's just like, no, it's like, shut up, peacock.
Well, like a lot of like birds, like geese and swans, are quite like aggressive and like think they're much bigger than you. They're scary. Like I remember once when I was young, I went to a nature reserve, and
did you get attacked by a swan?
Yeah, I got bit by a swan.
Yeah, I think everybody has that story that I know. Went to a nature reserve and just a swan stepped up and just did a 10-hit Tekken combo on me. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And the story I always remember is someone who told me when they were a kid, there was a guy who had a guard swan outside his house instead of a guard dog. And everyone on the estate thought it was stupid up until they tried to get a ball out of his garden. And this giant flapping monstrosity just honking, just was coming towards you.
Oh, God.
You just shit yourself and you run. Because they're very territorial, which additionally reminds me of the existence of guard llamas. If you're aware of guard llamas.
Oh, no, I've not heard of this.
Well, llamas are, again, very territorial, and they will take most creatures under their wing, like their metaphorical wing, and protect them and consider them part of their herd.
Okay.
And they are aggressive enough to stomp most predators to death. So something farmers do is just get a llama and put them with their sheep or their goats, because the llama will consider the goats part of its herd, and if a fox or a wolf comes in, will kick the shit out of them. So you get like these big fuzzy guardians, which is adorable and awesome. It's adorsome or orable, whichever word works. Combining 2 words. Speaking of which, Nisha, have you thought of what animal you'd like to combine with the baby hedgehog that sat alone over my shoulder?
I'm thinking probably a bunny, because they're pretty cute as well.
So then you get the bun hog.
Oh, the bun hog.
So let's have a look. So it'd be the bun hog or the hedgehog. What's cuter, the bun hog or the hedgehog? You know what? Let's go with the bun hog, because that sounds cuter. So whoever edits this one, try to lazily Photoshop those 2 animals together, and hopefully some big dig artist will get in contact with me on my Twitter and draw some fan art of that I can also put on a t-shirt.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that there's something adorable about the Pumapard besides its name.
Yes, like the name Pumapard is fucking adorable, and the creatures themselves are very fuzzy, and they have that thing where they've got the really big paws, so they're babies, and it's really fun. But there is an additional thing about the Pumapard that makes it just that extra bit adorable, and is the reason that when they were first discovered, rich people wanted them, and that is because almost every Pumapard born suffers from feline dwarfism, which results in them having stubby little limbs. And you can see an example of that in these things called munchkin cats, which are just cats with legs that are about this long. And people might be wondering, does that impact the mobility and agility of the Pumapard? And not really, no. And even munchkin cats, and there's a picture of one behind me, because they're better because they're fucking awesome. And you might be looking at it thinking, how does that thing get around? And the answer is quite well. Obviously, they can't run as fast, but they are apparently just as agile as a regular cat.
Yeah.
And they can do everything that a normal cat could do. They just look like they've been squashed. They look like, Joe, when you try to resize an image in Photoshop, and you accidentally don't click the corner and just drag it down and smush it down. So, oh, God damn it. It's just a very squashed cat. Can we try that? Next to the picture of a munchkin cat, can we please just get a regular cat and just smush it down a little bit? See how that looks. And Nisha, as if them having teeny tiny legs wasn't adorable enough, Pumapards will also rarely, if ever, grow to be even half the size of either of their parents, meaning they are roughly the size like a medium-sized dog. So they are realistically big enough to have as a pet.
Yeah. And
obviously, you probably shouldn't have a wild, dangerous animal that was birthed into existence a week ago for a pet. But there are probably people out there who want one, and there were people back in the day who definitely had them.
Well, you mentioned like people having them or wanting to have them as pets. I'm just thinking about the Tiger King.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
I could be the Pumapard queen.
The Pumapard queen. Like Tiger King, what a depressing ass show. Joe Exotic, he's an arsehole. He's a sociopathic narcissist.
Yeah.
And right at the start, he has that big, long-winded quote about, yeah, do you know the reason that tigers die in cages? It's because their soul dies. Also, I'm a big believer in karma. Smash cut spoilers, Joe Exotic in jail. This is so unfair. What did I ever do to deserve this? It's like, you talk all the time about fucking karma and how what goes around comes around. And now you're in a cage. Yeah, people always get what's coming to them. And it is the most poetic justice that he ends up in a cage against his will.
Yeah.
And he doesn't see the irony. He thinks it's everyone else's fault but his. Anyway, you might be wondering, Karl, these things are fucking adorable. I'm sure people would love to have them. And the answer is, yeah, they did. But the problem with Pumapards, and indeed most crossbred animals like this, such as Ligers, is that they are born sterile and they don't live for very long. Meaning they're very difficult to get a hold of. And when you have got a hold of them, they tend to die pretty quickly. Also, there's a lot of health problems that come with them.
Yeah.
Because they're creatures that aren't supposed to exist. That's an issue with just all domesticated creatures when they get to that point where they are bred for specific traits. Look at pugs. Every moment pugs live is agony.
Oh.
I remember I was sat on waiting for a bus or something, and I was laid next to me with a pug, and you heard every moment of that pug's existence was struggle. It was just sat still. It was like, It just felt, man, you're cute, but fucking hell. So Nisha, I believe quietly during the recording of this video, you were Googling some animal hybrids, were you not?
Yeah, I was indeed.
And I thought for the end of the video, we can just go through some of them because they tend to have quite hilarious names. A la the Pumapard, the Liger, or my personal favourite, the Z-Donk, which is a zebra crossed with a donkey. So would you like to just go through that list now, and myself and the audience can just enjoy the wondrous amalgamations that man has created and wrought. Oh, I'll tell you what, tell us the name and I'll try and guess what it is.
Okay.
That could be a fun game. Audience at home, feel free to join in.
Right, so first one is a geep.
A geep. A goat and a sheep. Goat and a sheep.
Yeah, that's right. Growler bear.
Oh, that's a grizzly bear combined with a polar bear?
Yep.
And I always got pissed off that they didn't call it a pizzly bear. But well, that's besides the point.
Coy wolf.
A coy wolf?
Yeah.
A coyote and a wolf?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so good at this!
Going back to the growler bear, it does say under the picture, also called pizzly bears.
Yes, nailed it. That should be the de facto name. Pizzly bear.
Wolfin.
Well, it's never a wolf and a dolphin.
No.
That'd be terrifying. A furry dolphin or a slippery wolf. I don't know.
It's a killer whale and a
bottlenose
dolphin.
Yeah. Oh, damn it. I was thinking land creature. Oh, that's the twist. It's very sneaky. I like it.
A beefalo.
Oh, that's got to be a cow and a buffalo.
Yep.
Beefalo. I want my job to be people presenting these hybrids to me and I've got to come up with a name. That's my dream job right there.
Okay, next one is a karma. So spelled with a C.
Can I get a clue as to what kind of creature it is?
Desert animal.
Okay, so it's...
Crossed with a non-desert animal, which we spoke about earlier in the video about being...
Okay, I'm lost. What is it?
It's a camel and a llama.
Oh, damn it! Oh, man.
I don't know how to describe it without saying what it was.
One or two more. These are fun. This is a fun game.
Leopard. That should be an easy one.
Leopard. Oh. So leopard.
Yep.
And pon. Nope. Not a clue.
So it's a leopard, so you got that bit right, and a lion.
Oh, god damn it, yeah.
A male leopard and a female lion, so leopard.
Ah, okay, yeah, because you can get variations based on what you get. Oh, damn, that's super cool. That's super fucking good. Right, last one, let's go. Let's go. Make it a goodie.
This might be a difficult one, though. A hinny.
A hinny? A horse.
Yep.
A horse. And a pony?
Oh, close. A donkey.
Oh, god damn it, no! Boo!
It's a female donkey and a male horse.
This should be the channel now. I'm sorry, folks. This is now the channel of Karl guessing animal names.